Hey Rally Besties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. Today is a reading video. I haven't done a reading video in like forever. I want to get into more booktube content, but I'm not sure if you guys like that, so we'll see. However, today I'm going to be going through my books that I've read during 2023, which isn't a lot. I have it back there. That's not a lot of books, so I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't know what happened this year. I was just not feeling the reading. Uni's gotten really hard. I'm in year 2 now of law school, so yeah. And then writing, I've been writing a lot more, so that's probably why. But let me know if you want more reading content down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on to the books I read during 2023. This is in no particular order. I just pulled all the books from the shelf and I can't be bothered to organize them. But the first book is Howl's Moving Castle. This book was so fun. This book was so fun. I love Howl's Moving Castle, you know, the actual movie. This is the actual book. I loved it so much. Hal in this is so crazy. He's so much more emotional and drama queen like, so I adored this book so much, and it's kind of inspired me to want to write a more children's book in the future. So yeah, this was an amazing book. The next book is kind of more children-y as well, and that is actually a Moomin Troll book. This is Finn Family Moomin Troll, which is a cute little book. If you guys don't know, I love Moomin. I have a little Moomin light right here. This was such a cute little book. Look. I really want to get the first book. I think I have the second and this is the third, but it was just so cute being able to read this and just kind of chill. If you guys don't know the actual like anime or the sort of cartoon, that saved me like last year or something, or the year before, where I started to like watch it. I didn't watch this when I was little, but it's so nostalgic for some reason, and so the books are just even more nostalgic and I love it so much. 5 out of 5. Apparently I read this during this year. I don't know if I did, but apparently I did according to my Goodreads. This is Auroras End, the third book of a trilogy called the Aurora Cycle. This is a sci-fi. It's so funny. I love it so much. My favorite was the second book, but here's Finn, my beautiful man, on the cover. The two authors are actually Australian, so rap. But anyways, this was a fun little ending. It was emotional. It was emotional. I kind of didn't like it. It's kind of dramatic, but it was fun to read. A good solid end to the trilogy. Again, the second book my favorite, but still the ending was not hitting for me. So for that reason, I give it a 3 out of 5. But I really liked it. It was so fun. I love this series so much. And if you want like a humorous sci-fi trilogy, this is literally it. I had so much fun reading it. It's so addicting, so you guys will like this. Next up, I actually read Lark. Dude, I wanted to get Nightbane in the store the other day because it just looks so nice. Like, she knew what she was doing with this cover. Are you kidding me? Such a cool fantasy cover. This book I actually did a vlog on, kind of like more of an author's or writer's take on the book. This book has gotten a lot of bad reputation and a lot of bad reviews, but I understand their concerns with the book structurally, story. It was definitely a bit messy, but I loved it. I was here for it. It's a fantasy book for a YA audience, and I was just having fun, and that's what a book is supposed to do. I wasn't expecting this book to be life-changing, but it was fun, so I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars. So it was a fun read, and I honestly kind of want to read Nightbane because it's fun. But yeah, but go check out my vlog. It's pretty chaotic and really fun, and I do want to do more reading vlogs in the future, so yeah. The next couple books I read are actually Penguin Classics books. Oh my gosh, I read this book. Thank you so much, Tiana, for sending me this, I think last Christmas. I love this book so much. It's one of my favorites, like literally ever. Franz Kafka. I've become literally obsessed with him now. This book was so great since I'm also in law school. It's literally so deep. And after reading this book, I understand what attracts me most about classics books and books in general. It's books that go against and kind of question the innate corruptedness of society and law. Because yeah, I'm studying law right now, and this was like a laughable extract about law. Franz Kafka as an author was a lawyer, and he was so depressed, so silly. I do want to do a Franz Kafka video, just like all about his life and why I love him so much and like what I've learned from him. But this is such an amazing book. I have like a couple annotations and stuff like that. Oh, I want to read this book right again. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. The other classic that I read was The Invisible Man. This was such a fun read, but kind of sad. I love this book. This is exactly the sort of book that I want to write. Like this weird, silly, just interesting book about an invisible man who basically tries to run from the police and cure himself. So he kind of made himself invisible, and it's so interesting and so weird, but I adore it so much. So I was gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars, but I think 4 out of 5 would be more fitting, but I still love this so much. The next book I read, okay, this book is so good. I actually was gonna stop reading this book because it's so graphic. Oh, but this book, exactly like The Trial by Franz Kafka, like is so mind-blowing, and just like the commentary, it makes you think. This book I really recommend, like out of all this list. Definitely look up the trigger warnings, but this book was so good. The sort of commentary it had on society, and just like, oh, what's that quote again? Okay, so this is the quote, which is pretty what's the word, well known for this book. Is the man who chooses the bad perhaps in some way better than a man who has the good imposed upon him? Deep and hard questions, little 6655321. Oh, my golly, my golly, my golly, my golly. I love this author. I definitely want to research him a lot more. But this book has its own vocabulary. It's really inspired by like Shakespeare and like other sorts of languages, but like this is what I came up with. Like, for example, Bizoomy is crazy, Glazzies is eyes, Sloshy is here, Horror Show is good, Platties is clothes, Biddy is make out, Gulliver is throat, Listro is lips. Like, I had so much fun like decoding this, but it's such a good book. Please read it. Okay, the next book is this book, which I technically haven't finished, so this can't really be on the list. I'm literally halfway through it. I don't know what's taking me so long. It's just such a thick book. Nearly 700 pages. I've been annotating it. It's really fun, but I've just like lost interest. It's fun, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's just a fun book. I love Cassandra Clare's stuff, but it doesn't compare to the Infernal Devices series, which is the series set before this book, but I still really like it. I love the characters. I love Alistair, and I really love Matthew. Matthew Fairchild is amazing. The characters are pulling through. Like, that's the only reason I'm reading this book. The plot is interesting, but very slow, very shadow-like, shadow world-like, shadow hunter-like. But I love this world, and I'm probably gonna give it like 4 stars, so I still love it so much. And the last book I read, oh my gosh. I saw someone do like silent reacting to books, or like silent reviews, and they're like, this book, so good. This book was probably like one of my favorites I read this year, apart from like The Trial or The Clockwork Orange. But this book, Suzanne Collins has done it again. I think I gave this 4.5, I think. Rounded up to like a 5, I don't know. But I do all my reviews on Goodreads, by the way. I should have said that at the start of the video. I read this book the week before I went to go see it with my cousin at the movies, the actual movie, and I adore this. I love Coriolanus Snow so much, like especially in the movie. That last scene, I was like, this is so freaking cool. And I know he's a terrible person, but I love terrible characters, and I love his villain story. Like, this is such a good, well orchestrated book, and a lot of people hated it because it was slow or just not the same sort of pacing as the official Hunger Games. And it does have like 2 parts, where it's the Hunger Games and then of course when he actually goes back and works in District 12. But I really liked it. 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love just talking about my books. These are all of my books I read. It's actually kind of heavy. I'm kind of proud. I loved all of them pretty much. None below 3 stars, which is really good for me. I really need to read more books. Like, literally half my bookshelf, or maybe like a third of it, is unread books. So I need to do some work, but I don't think I'll be able to because I'm going overseas next year for 6 months, so I won't be able to take my whole bookshelf with me. I have so many series I've yet to read, and I'm not taking that in my luggage, so we will see what happens. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you want more bookish content or just content outside of writing. But yeah, I love you with all of my heart, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye everyone!